Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do a bar style class using a stool if you have it. If you don't have a stool or a chair with a back that's high enough, this is about 90 centimeters tall to the top of the back of the chair. If you don't have anything that tall, maybe use your kitchen bench or maybe a rail of your balcony, just something that's not too low or too high. So you basically want to have it so it's around about hip or belly button height. If you don't have something like that, you can go lower. You just want to go too much lower because otherwise you're kind of folding down like this when we come to use our prop, which we're going to start with today. If you don't have something suitable, then perhaps just either try and modify any of the movements. You can even use the wall, have your hands up against the wall, but otherwise just do any other class that I popped up on YouTube, totally fine. Again, we've got music today. I'm going to use my original Everyday Moves at Home playlist, but you can use whichever one you like. So we're going to start here standing with our hands on the back of our chair or our stool or the bench. For ease, I think I'll just call it the bar, and we can just, adapt to whichever version you're using. So we're going to come into what we call our L-shaped fold over, feet under the hips, spine nice and long, arms nice and long. The biceps in line with the ears. Let's start with a nice big inhale. Press your hands into your bar, lift your chest, dip the belly, and lift your tailbone. So finding like a standing cow. And we'll round through the spine, tuck tailbone, draw the heart space through the back of your t-shirt, scooping the belly into your cat. Then inhale into your cow stretch. Exhale into your cat. One more like that. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Holding here, finding your flat spine. Take your right arm to the ceiling. Your right knee extends, your left knee bends, and then thread your needle reaching underneath your left arm. Inhale, big reach. Exhale. So noticing that the knees are switching. So here the right knee is bent, left knee is extended. And then as you reach to the ceiling, right knee extended, left knee is bent. Last one, let's inhale. As you exhale, thread through and hold. You can either just reach underneath that arm, or you can bring your hand down towards your left leg and then just gently pull your chest underneath your left armpit, wrapping that shoulder back. Remembering to keep breathing. And then take your arm to the ceiling, hold it there, and then maybe wrapping your hand around, finding a little bind, opening that right shoulder up. And then windmill your hand back to your bar, and then left arm to ceiling. Let's inhale. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. So those knees bending and extending, wrapping that chest under. Wrap it open. Last one here. Let's take it under and hold. Maybe bring that left hand down to the right leg, wrapping your right shoulder back, pulling your chest underneath your right armpit. And then taking that hand to the ceiling, big inhale. Maybe taking your hand behind your back, continuing to breathe. One more breath in. And slowly bring that hand back to your bar. Go for one more cow stretch. Round into your cat. Holding here, bring your hands to the floor. So just letting your head dangle, letting your neck get nice and long, maybe giving your head a little gentle rock from side to side. Maybe grabbing a hold of the opposite elbow with your hands, going for a little sway. Really try to release that head nice and heavy. Taking one more breath. Exhale. And then land your hands to the floor. Let's go for a halfway lift. So we're going to come to the fingertips, spine nice and long. You might want to bring your hands to your shins. And then release all the way down. Let's plant the hands out in front, stepping back and find your down facing dog. Let's go for a little pedal of the feet here. Pressing one heel down, then the other, maybe swaying the hips from side to side. And when you're ready, finding stillness, let's press both heels to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift them up nice and high. Press your chest towards your thighs. And then press your heels down towards the mat. So it's a lift of the heels, a press of the heels. Let's do 3. Last 2. Last one, press those heels down. Take your right foot to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. See if you can keep your hips nice and square here. So try to resist opening your right hip. Keep that right hip pointing down to the floor. And then come into a little tiger curl. You're going to bring your knee to your nose, round through your spine as your shoulders shift over your wrists. And then take that leg back, 3-legged dog. This time right knee over to right elbow. Come back through center. Right knee, left elbow. Come back through center. This time we're going to pull that knee into chest and hold. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Plant your foot between your hands. So from here, staying nice and low in that lunge, take the right arm to the ceiling, keep your left hand down on the floor. And then bringing those hands down to the mat, so framing your foot. Take a little bend into that back knee, slowly rounding yourself up. Reach your hands to the ceiling, finding a nice high lunge. We're going to drop that back knee down, lift it up, lower it down, lift up. So the idea here is that this right knee stays over your ankle, over your heel. This left knee is dropping straight down underneath your hip to the floor. So you want to have this beautiful nice length through the front of your left hip. Really starting to build some heat in that left thigh. If it's too much with your arms overhead the whole time, just bring your hands to your hips. Let's do 2. Keep drawing the belly in so spine is nice and long. Next time we take that knee down, just take it about halfway, and then we go downward, lift back halfway. Little lower, little lift, little lower, little lift. Let's do 4, 3, that left thigh should be on fire by now. Last 2, last one, stay low. So here, let's lift that front heel up, lower it down, lift it up, lower it down, lift, lift. Just for 4, 3, 2. Last one, your choice. You can keep the heel lifted or you can lower it down. You're going to squeeze your left thigh towards your right thigh. Release it. So you'll be doing this. Little press, little press, little press. Like you're trying to squish something against the wall with your left knee on the right side of the room. Let's do 4, 3, maybe challenging that balance by lifting that right heel up. Last one, hold for 3, keep breathing, 2, 1, let's lower that heel down, lift to the ceiling with the arms, inhale, exhale, hands to your bar. You might need to readjust the feet here. You're going to lift that left leg up, finding a little arabesque fold over. Again, watching that hip doesn't open, keep that hip pointing down to the floor, and then we lower down. Find your lunge. Come forward, spring out of that left foot. And then find your lunge. Just 2 more. Find that arabesque fold over. Keep drawing the belly in. Woo. Beautiful. Next time you come forward, let's hold. So checking here, your right foot should be underneath your right hip. Right knee is soft. You bring that left hip down so that the pelvis is nice and square. Belly drawing in towards your spine. Try to keep the ribs down as well, so watch you're not puffing forward. Draw the rib cage down to the pelvis. Squeezing that left butt cheek, let's lower the toes down, tap the mat. Exhale, squeeze your butt to lift. lower, and lift. Try to relax your shoulders. You can adjust the arms if you need to. Gaze is down towards the floor. Just watch you're not looking back towards your back foot. Gaze down, maybe just in front of your mat. Let's do 2. Last one, let's hold it. Squeeze that left butt cheek. Little pulses, up, up, up. If you're feeling this more in your standing side in your right glutes, perfect. You're stabilizing on that side. Let's do 3. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear. Last 2. Last one, hold. Can you pulse into that right knee? Little bend, little bend. Can you bring some weight off your bar into that right leg? Let's do 3, 2. Last one, lower that leg down, lift up, high lunge, and then open to your warrior 2. So again, you might need to move your feet, finding that nice wide stance. So right toes point towards your bar, left toes pointing to the side of your mat, right knee bends, arms open to about shoulder height. Nice, let's reach to the ceiling, straighten that front knee. Exhale, find your warrior 2. Just 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, bend, really bend that right knee, wrap your thigh open, so toes track over your pinky, knee tracks over your pinky toe, and then flip your front palm, reach forward a bit further, and then paint the ceiling with that right hand as your left hand comes down to your left thigh. Coming all the way up, finding that nice little high lunge, reach to the ceiling. Oh my gosh, my balance today. Inhale, and then exhale, open to a wide second position. So both toes pointing out, both feet pointing out, making sure you're not opening out too wide. Toes are on a slight angle, knees track over the middle toes. Let's go for a nice deep bend through the knees. Big stretch. Bend and stretch. Let's do 3. Last 2. Last one, we're going to reach to the ceiling, hold here, bend the knees, shoulders down away from ears. Let's lift the right heel up, little pulse through the legs, lower the left foot down, left heel lifts and lowers, right heel up and down. This whole time, drawing the belly in, watching that you're not sticking your bottom out behind you in a squat. When we're plieing, we're trying to keep the hips and shoulders stacked. So just watch you not sticking your bum out too far behind you. Let's do 3, 2, last one, left heel lifts. Take your weight over to that left knee, maybe leaning slightly through the torso. Little pulses, favoring that left leg. Let's do 3, last 2. Last one, stay nice and deep in that bend. Can you open the arms? Close the arms. Open, close. As you open, watch your chest isn't puffing out. Rib cage closes down, actively engaging through your obliques. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, coming up. Lower that heel down, big reach to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, nice deep bend. Let's turn back to face our Barbara. Bring the arms to the ceiling, inhale. And then hands to the floor. Take your right foot back, 3-legged dog. And then lower that foot down, pedal through the feet. When you're ready, press both heels to the back of your mat. Rippling forward to your plank. Hold here. Now you're welcome to hold your plank. You can come to a low plank and hold here, just lifting through the belly. Otherwise, maybe a nice little slow mountain climber. Knee to chest, knee to chest, knee to chest. As you pull the knee in towards your chest, watch your hips aren't dropping. Can you squeeze through the belly, almost just picking up the hips just slightly, so that the pelvis doesn't drop down. Let's do 3, 2 more each side. Last one. Hold here, lift those hips. Straight away, left leg to ceiling. 3-legged dog. Come forward, tiger curl. Sweep it back. Left knee, left elbow. Take it back. Left knee, right elbow. Take it back. Left knee to chest. Round through the spine. Step your foot between your hands. Right hand stays down, left arm to ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale, bring that hand down, framing your foot. Little bend in that back knee. Round yourself up. Finding that nice high lunge. Weave into that back knee. Lift, lower, lift. So getting as low as you can in your 90-90 lunge. Let's do 4, 3, 2. You're going to stay low, come halfway, pulse it down, up, down, up. Let's do 4, 3. Remember the torso and hips stay nice and stacked. Last one. Let's stay low. Can you lift that front heel? Up and down. Lift, lower. Remember, hands can come to hips. If it's still feeling too much, come forward to your bar and keep your hands just resting lightly on your bar. Totally fine. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Either keeping that heel up or lowering it down. You're going to stay low in that right knee and then go for that little press. Across, across, across. So this right thigh squeezing across to the left side. Little squeeze. Little squeeze. Your thigh should be on fire. Last 2. Last one. Can you lift that front heel if it's not already? Finding a little balance. And then lowering that left foot down. Let's take a nice big reach towards your bar. Lift that right leg. Lower it down, find your lunge. Sweep it forward, lift the back leg. Lift into your lunge. Last one. That was kind of a lie. We're coming into this last one now, holding here. Now, so keep that right hip rolling down. Left knee is soft. Make sure your left hip is over your left heel. And let's lower that right leg down. Squeeze to lift. Lower, lift. Watching that you're not arching and rounding into your back. Draw the belly in, ribs close down to the hips. Shoulders relax. Remembering those hands can come out a little longer if need be. Shifting your weight into that standing leg a little more. Feel it on that left side. Let's do 2. Next time you lift, hold, pulse it. Right leg, little squeeze of the butt. Squeeze, squeeze. Try to get that right leg nice and long. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, pulse your standing knee, down, down. Watch that you're still squeezing your right glute so that your left leg isn't floating around. Nice and active. As you pulse that left knee, just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really nice, lower that foot down. Going all the way up into your high lunge, and then open to your warrior 2. So I'll just turn to face you. So it should be opposite leg. So right leg out long, left toes turning in towards your bar. If you've turned around to me, that's fine. That's the left knee is bent, right leg is long. We'll reach to the ceiling. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, find your warrior 2. Wrap that left knee over your toes. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Last one. Holding it here, flip that front palm, reach forward, and then reverse that warrior, reaching, painting the ceiling with that left hand. Right hand slides down the thigh. And coming all the way up. From here, turning towards your bent knee, taking a nice big reach in your lunge, maybe taking a little back bend, and then opening straight up into your wide second position. We'll go for a nice deep bend into your plie. Big reach. Bend and reach. 2 more here. On your last one, we're going to reach up, hold, bending to the knees, little pulses. Down, down. We're going to add the heel lifts, right heel lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, for 2, last one. So your right heel will lift here. You'll take your weight over that right leg and then pulse into the legs, but really favoring that right side. Get your thigh to switch on, back of the leg, front of the leg. Remembering belly in, rib cage in, preparing for that open close of the arms. In 4, 3, 2, hold it here. We're going to open the arms and close. Open, close. So think rib cage closing down. Just for 4, 3, stay nice and low in the legs. 2, last one, nice, coming all the way up. Lower that heel, big bend. Big reach. Let's turn back to face the bar. Take a nice big inhale, reach the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down. Taking your leg back, so that'll be your left leg. And then lowering to your down dog. Pedaling through those feet. The 3. The 2. Last one. Press those heels down. Ripple forward to your plank. Now here you're welcome to stay on hands, you can stay with the knees up, you can come down to knees, or if you prefer, come down to forearms and lift those knees. So the body is in plank, but your arms are being supported by the entire forearm. Here, let's go for a little hip dip. So right hips lower, right heels go to the side of the room, come back through center, and then heels go to the left. Center to the right, center to the left. Thinking of pressing the heart space up through the back of your t-shirt, in between your shoulder blades. We'll just do 2. Last one. Next time you go to the right, hold here. Bring your right hand towards your left elbow, lifting that left arm up, finding a forearm side plank. Now again, if this is too much, come down to your knees, totally fine. You're gonna lift the hips up, lower down, lift up, lower down, thinking of cinching into your right side waist. Exhale, lift. If you're in your full side plank, it'll be like this. Or if you're on your hand, same thing. Lift, lift. We've just got 3, 2, hold on 1, reach under, threading your needle, reach to the ceiling just for 2. Last one. Can you hold at the top? Can you float that top leg? Lift the hips for 3, keep breathing. 2, 1, bring that hand down, toes down, finding your plank hip dips. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Let's do 2. Take it over to the left, hold, and then you're going to find your side plank. So either on your forearm or on your hand, little lift of the hips, up and down, up and down. Remembering that the knees can come down. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Can you hold it there? thread your needle, reach under. Come back to your side plank. 2 more, reach under. Reach to the ceiling, last one. Reach and hold. If you're in your full side plank, can you lift that top leg? Lift the hips. Breathe, 3, 2, 1. Coming to your plank. Let's lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Find a child's pose. Tent those fingertips. And then slowly coming all the way up. Let's take our legs out around in front, sitting on our bottoms. Finishing here with some abdominal work. So we'll slowly roll down onto our backs with your feet planted on the floor, either keeping them here or you can lift to tabletop. So knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor, legs nice and active, belly drawing in, little imprint through the spine. So like your belly button is pulling down towards your spine into the mat. Hands come behind the head, interlace the fingers, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, curl up, look towards the knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, release. So as you curl up, thinking ribs attaching themselves to your hips, belly button drawing down into the floor. Adding on to this as you curl up, extending your legs to the ceiling. Lower down through head and shoulders. So it's an exhale up, extend knees, bend, head and shoulders lower. You can keep going here, or we're going to progress. We're going to reach the hands to the ceiling, exhale, curl up, toes lift to the ceiling, hold, and then lower the legs just a couple of inches. Exhale, lift them back to the ceiling. Exhale, lower. And then exhale, lift. So taking a little inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. If you need to, hands can come behind head, keeping the head nice and heavy. Let's do 2. Last one. Pull it in. Bend the knees. Hug your right knee and extend left knee. And then switch. Finishing here with scissors if you like. Legs stay nice and long. Pointing the toes. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bend the knees, lower head and shoulders. Go for a little rock from side to side. You can circle the knees around like you're drawing a circle with the back of your pelvis, keeping the knees hugging together. And then finding stillness here, dropping your right foot down to the floor, cross your left foot down to the floor, cross your right thigh all the way over. Take your arms nice and wide and just let your knees fall over to the left, take your gaze to the right. Taking one more breath, letting the rib cage expand and then soften with the exhale. Very carefully coming back through center, crossing the left thigh over the right, knees fall to the right, maybe the gaze goes to the left. As you inhale, feeling the ribs really expanding out into the room. As you exhale, feeling them soften into the floor. One more breath. And then slowly coming back through center, hug the knees in towards the chest. And then rock and roll yourself up and over into 4-point kneeling. And then come straight up into your down facing dog. Pedaling through the feet. And then just start to walk your feet towards your hands. Find that ragdoll. Fold over here. And then release your hands to the floor as you round yourself up. Bringing your hands back to your bar. Finding that L-shaped forward fold. Take your right arm to the ceiling, threading your needle, take it under the left arm. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, thread. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, thread, hold there, maybe grabbing a hold of that left leg, pulling the chest under. And then as you inhale, reaching to the ceiling, maybe taking that little bind. Bringing that hand back around, left arm to ceiling, inhale. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. One more time, big reach, inhale. Exhale, thread under, hold. Maybe hand comes to the outside of the right leg. And you press your chest through and underneath that right armpit. Now your next inhale, reaching to the ceiling. Continue to breathe as you might take that bind option, wrapping that left arm back, opening that left shoulder. And reaching up and over, back to your bar. Take a little step in, taking your right ankle over your left thigh. Let's sit down into a little figure four stretch. Now your options here are to stay like this, standing. You can come down to the floor and do this laying down. Or if your stool is sort of at the right height, I wouldn't recommend doing this on the back of the chair because they're not very sturdy. But if you've got a stool at the right height, you can pop your shin across the seat of your stool and sit down into the stretch. You might just need to hold on to the stool with your arms to counterbalance. This one's just from Kmart. But the idea here is to get a little opening through that lifted hip, so the right hip in this case. Taking one more breath. Maybe folding and sinking a little deeper into the stretch. And then slowly coming up, very carefully unfolding that leg. So either left ankle on right thigh, sitting down, lying down and doing this, or bringing your shin onto the seat of your stool. It's a bit awkward to get into. Once you're there, you're feeling safe and sturdy. Maybe folding into that left side. Just trying to get the hips to be nice and heavy. One more breath here. Maybe exhaling to fold a little deeper. And slowly coming all the way up. Uncrossing that leg. Go for a little pedal of the feet. Walk it back. Fold forward, bring your hands to the floor, finding that ragdoll one more time. Softening the knees if you like, head nice and heavy, neck nice and long, and then release the hands to the floor, rolling yourself all the way up. Take a nice big reach to the ceiling and inhale. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Give those shoulders a nice big roll up, back and down. Take your right arm to the ceiling and inhale. Go for a little side bend over to your left. Come all the way up to stand and then bend your elbow so that your hand grabs your left ear, the left side of your head. To go for a little nice stretch of that left side of the neck. Again, you can reach that left arm out or have it down by your side. And if it feels okay, take your hand a bit further behind, so behind the ear, sort of to the corner of your skull, and just let your chin nod down. So you're looking down towards your left, your right armpit. Really gentle here. Maybe playing around with that left arm, reaching, maybe flipping the palm to face behind you, face forward, and slowly coming up. Right hand down, left arm up, and then a nice big side bend. Coming all the way up, and then left hand to right ear. And then go for that little stretch of the neck. Again, reaching that right arm long if you like. Remember, it doesn't have to if that feels too much. And then taking the hand a little bit further behind the head as you nod the chin down, looking towards your left armpit. Maybe playing with that right hand, maybe not. Taking one more breath. Slowly releasing the head, releasing the hand. Give those shoulders a nice big roll up, back and down. Maybe a little circle the head around a couple of times. Just doing whatever feels nice here. And then just grounding down through the feet. Feet are about hip distance apart, toes pointing straight forward. Bring the hands down by your side, closing down the eyes. Feeling the shoulders draw down away from the ears. Soles of the feet grounding into your mat. Feeling the body soft and still, but strong and grounded. Let's take one more nice deep breath here through the nose. And out through the mouth. Invite some movement into those fingers and toes. Maybe giving those shoulders a little roll. Maybe another little roll of the head around from side to side. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, get on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys again soon. If you have any feedback or any suggestions on the types of classes you would like, I know we didn't do much core today, so maybe we'll do a bit more in the next one. Maybe we'll make it a bit more core and arm focused. But anyway, you guys, thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.